What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to this Brentford preview here on Anfield Agenda. And yes, it is already that time. The Reds travel down to Brentford for an 8 p.m. Saturday kickoff. And as always, I'm going to give you the 11 that I would like to see out there on the pitch. A score prediction as well as a bit of a fact file on our opponents, a recent head-to-head and their form coming into this game. And I'll try my best to give you an injury update as well. As always though, folks, I do want to know your thoughts, so feel free to let me know in the comments section. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy it. And of course, we'd love you to hit that subscribe button. So look, lots to get through, so let's get moving. I'm going to start off with my best attempt at an injury update. So we know that Alexander Isak felt his groin. That's all we know at this particular moment in time. So I've erred on the side of caution here and left him out of the starting 11 for the game. Arne Slot's press conference will be Friday morning, so we like to give it 2 days for the preview beforehand, so we may get an update that won't be included in this preview. I've also erred on the side of caution with Ryan Gravenberch because we don't know what's up with him, so I've also left him out of my starting 11, but of course if he's fit, I'm sure the manager will put him in there. So that is pretty much where we're at with injuries. You know, Alisson is also out. Frimpong did his hamstring, so we can expect him to be out for a little while. So some of these decisions are pretty straightforward with regards to right back and stuff like that. So I'm now going to go through and give you a bit of a fact file on our opponents, Brentford, as well as their form coming into this game. So let's start off with that fact file, as I've mentioned. Having lost just one of their first 3 Premier League meetings with Liverpool, winning one and drawing one, Brentford have now lost each of their last 5 games against the Reds. Liverpool have scored at least once in all 8 of their Premier League games against Brentford, and Liverpool have lost each of the last 4 Premier League visits away against London sides. They've lost 5 consecutive visits to the capital between March and November 1970. So it's a long time since we've lost 5 times over there in London, as we've said. And now let's have a look at the head-to-head and, of course, Brentford's recent form. So Premier League 24-25, it was Brentford 0, Liverpool 2. And the reverse fixture, same score, Liverpool 2, Brentford 0. The season before, in 2023-24, it was Brentford 1, Liverpool 4. And then the reverse of that one at Anfield was Liverpool 3, Brentford 0. So as you can see, recent form against Brentford, very good. So there's lots of reasons to be confident going there at the weekend. Brentford's own recent form, well, it was West Ham 0, Brentford 2 in the Premier League. Brentford 0, Manchester City 1 in the Premier League. Then in the Premier League was Brentford 3, United 1. Fulham 3, Brentford 1. And in the Carabao Cup, it was Brentford 1, Aston Villa 1. And Brentford went through on penalty kicks. So that is where we're at with our opponent's form coming into it, our recent history against them. But of course, also want to point out to you guys that Caoimhín Kelleher will be at the opposite end of the pitch. And it'll be nice to catch back up with him. But of course, all due respect to Queeve, we hope he's on the losing side. So that's the information on our opponents. Now let's get stuck into my predicted 11 for the game. And as I mentioned last week, I've started to swap this up a little bit now. I'm going to give you the 11 that I think should take to the pitch and not what I think Arne Slot is going to do. So let's get cracking. We won't hang about. Let's get straight into that one. So we start off, folks, with the goalkeeper and the 2 centre-backs, as we always do, and you're not going to get any surprises here. Georgi Marmadashvili will continue to deputise for Alisson Becker in his absence. And then at centre-back are captain Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate. Both those gents, of course, on the score sheet in the Champions League game, which was great to see. They have real aerial prowess, so I think we should be expecting more, particularly from Konate in the penalty area. Virgil always chips in with his fair amount of headed goals, but it was good to see Ibu get one last night, and I think both the gents did a very good job overall, so no need to change there. Into the full-back positions, well, let's have a look. You've seen the difference Conor Bradley made when he came on. Now look, it's very unlucky that Jeremy Frimpong has picked up a hamstring injury that is going to rule him out for a while, but it does give Conor Bradley the opportunity to cement his place in that Liverpool starting 11. I think he made a huge difference when he came on last night. Full of attacking threat, almost got himself a goal as well, forced a good header save from the keeper. And on the other side, Andy Robertson has to continue, in my opinion. You know, the manager brought in Milos Kerkez, and Milos Kerkez's future would be, I'm sure, absolutely fine. But for now, stick with Robertson. We've seen the assist that he played for Hugo Ekitike, and I think when we're trying to rebuild confidence, best to go with players who fully understand exactly what the manager wants and has that little bit extra experience. So that is my back 5 into midfield now. As you can see, I've gone with a 4-4-2 system again, and I sincerely do hope the manager keeps that because last night we looked better balanced. So Dominic Szoboszlai and Curtis Jones If Ryan Gravenberch is fit and available, maybe he comes in place of one of the two gents. I would guess to say it would probably be Jones, but I would put these two right back in there. And for me, I wouldn't want Alexis McAllister coming in because, like I've said, I'm a big believer in players in form keeping the shirt. And Curtis Jones and Dominic Szoboszlai were absolutely brilliant against Frankfurt. So that's the two central midfielders, and now we'll have a look at what we would be, well, the wide players. It's so weird, by the way, getting used to this because for my whole time on here, it's been 4-3-3, 4-3-3, 4-3-3. All the way through. So a 4-4-2 takes a bit of getting used to on this side of the camera. So now let's look in the wide positions. On the left-hand side, Cody Gakpo. And again, a lot of people might be thinking we need to mix it up, but 3 goals in 3 games from Cody. You know, it speaks for itself. I've always said he chips in with a fair amount, so got to continue, in my opinion, with him on the left, particularly in this goal-scoring form. And as much as I don't like seeing Florian Wirtz playing wide right, I think he was effective last night, and it was a way for the manager to get him into the team. So why not? Why change that? Why not go the same again? So my midfield, wide areas, Gakpo left, Florian Wirtz on the right, and then through the centre, Dominic Szoboszlai and Curtis Jones. So I hope you're still with me so far, because 2 big decisions to make yet, and then of course we'll finish up with a score prediction. So the centre forwards, I don't think Isak will be available. I think we will err on the side of caution with that groin injury, because the last thing we need is him picking up one that keeps him out for a longer period. So this is what I've gone for up top. I've gone for Federico Chiesa and Hugo Ekitike. Again, the manager may well go for Mohamed Salah and Hugo Ekitike, but I've got to be honest, I think Chiesa deserves to start. I dare say I think most of you guys think he deserves to start. And Hugo Ekitike has been nothing short of fantastic since he's come to the club. Got himself a wonderful goal last night as well. It must have been difficult scoring against the team he used to play for and he had so much respect for, but I think he took it very, very well. And looks like just a real problem for defenders. So for me, my starting 11, ladies and gentlemen, Mamadashvili in goal, right back Conor Bradley, left back Andy Robertson, your centre back pairing of Ibrahim Konate and your captain Virgil van Dijk. Into midfield then, central pairing of Jones and Szoboszlai for me, Gakpo wide left, Florian Wirtz wide right, and Federico Chiesa and Hugo Ekitike up top. Let me know what you would do different, if indeed you would do anything different. And before I finish up, don't forget, we will be live for the watch along from 6:45 p.m. on Saturday. It is the rare Saturday 8 p.m. kickoff for us, and I'm very much looking forward to it. So score prediction now, ladies and gents, and this is what I've gone for. I'm going to go back us to get to winning ways again in the league, and I'm going to go for Brentford 0, Liverpool 2. If you want to push me for goal scorers, I'm going to say Wirtz grabs one, and I'm going to go with Ekitike to grab another one. So they're my scorer predictions. Like I said, though, I want to know your thoughts, so feel free to let me know in the comment section. Drop a like on this video if you've enjoyed it, and of course I hope you have. And I will be back here tonight at 8:45 for the late night agenda. Your weekend will be on the way by the time you're watching this. This will be going out late on Thursday night into Friday, so I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend ahead, and thank you so much for your time as always. Much love, my friends. We'll talk soon. Take care. Bye-bye.